But like Rav Kook talks about like coming back to yourself. Like that's the whole idea
Coming back to your humble self.
of coming back to like that humbleness of like really going back to like, you know, like in Tanya they talk about it a lot, like really like your real godly essence, like your true, you know, like, and like in psychology they talk about like your inner child, and you spoke about like pictures
Where
of yourself.
does it say that God doesn't come into? Where there is arrogance.
Or anger also.
Arrogance.
Oh.
It doesn't say that about anywhere else. It doesn't say it about Avodah Zarah. What it does say about Avodah Zarah, it says that when you're angry, you're as if you're idol worshiping. But that's very different phrase than saying God is not there. Idol worshiping is you're active in idol worshiping. That's different. God might still be there. Even when you're ignoring God, God is there, right? But the only time where the Torah says God is not present somewhere is where there is arrogance, because we're so full of ourselves. There is no room for God. We need to make space for God by being humble. So whenever you think you know how things are supposed to be, it's the beginning of arrogance.
Wow.
And every time, in a way, it sounds very harsh and judgmental, but don't take it in a harsh and judgmental way. Take it in a productive way. Every time we get said, we can tell ourselves, do I really, you know, like if I was out there looking at the world, could I, or like if I was the prime minister, could I do a better job now? Right?
Or sometimes I just like think about like in like my parents' eyes, like I just got back from the States. And I look at like how my parents are now, and like, everything just is like goes over their shoulders. Like they don't take anything seriously. Nothing's to heart. Nothing really upsets them or bothers them at this point in their life phase. And it's just like, why can't I just?
This shall pass too. Right?
Yeah. It's just It's like, why do I get so stuck on things
Right.
that just it takes away from your time?
Right.
You can't worry about what you can't change or control.
Right.
Yeah.
And once we understand that really, like, we did our best, and the outcome, whatever it is, right? As long as I know that I'm working towards the best outcome, or whatever, and if the outcome is not the best, it is what it is, and it would have been that way no matter what I've done. And then it takes away all the depression, all the anger, all the frustration.
It takes away all the weight off your shoulders.
All the weight off your shoulders, exactly. And also, if you think about it, all these times that you worried and in the end it worked out, and you're like, why did I spend all these hours in life for worrying? And Hashem always ended up taking care of it, so He's going to take care of it this time too.
He does. It does work out. Like it always makes me think of like how like the 9th month of your pregnancy, you're just like waiting the whole 9th month until like the baby comes out, and then like the baby is gonna come out whenever the baby comes out, no matter how much
and even if you look at it in a negative way, okay, so I'm gonna have a hard delivery, God forbid, right? But if I worry, will I have a better delivery than if I don't worry, right? Like, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. I may as well live in some peace of mind until it is.
Yeah.
What it is, right?
Yeah. I mean, Matthew's not here, but that was just my example. Like, there's others.
Then we have to take it
It's going in the wrong direction.
Sorry, that was like my only mushal that I have. There's probably a male mushal here.
Yeah.
Going back to yourself is not necessarily going back to when you were a child.
No, not only.
No, going back to yourself is
No,
going
your
back to the
essence.
I.
But going back to your core essence, not going
Right.
back to who you were when you were 20.
Right.
But it could also be going forward, because it could have been to a place where we never were yet.
Or that we saw glimpses of.
That's good.
We saw positive
Or
glimpses
that we'd
of
like
it.
to be.
Pieces of the right me.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's what
And-
happened when I made Aliyah. When I made Aliyah, I
Right.
became the version of myself I always wanted to be. This is who I am today.
Right.
Take it or leave it.
Right. Yeah. And it doesn't mean that I won't be someone else tomorrow.
But the essence of me is this parts of the sum.
That's why it feels right. Because you are closer to the you. sole purpose, because that's why it feels right. When I'm here in Israel, it's the only place I've lived in my entire life where I feel at home. I never felt like, I didn't even know what this felt like, because I never felt like this.
It's also having to do with being accepted in the new walks that we're walking. You can't walk this in Cincinnati. You can't walk. Where did you just go from? What were you what part of the country?
I was in New Jersey, New York
You
area.
can't walk it in New Jersey. It's glimpses, but the Kedusha is here. And when you're here, you know you're inside. It doesn't matter where you are in Israel. You're in Kedusha. You could be in a very weird place of Israel, but you still feel
I
Kedusha.
remember being somewhere in Europe. It happened to me a few times actually, in America and Europe. First of all, like the minute I land anywhere around the world, I feel like taking the first plane back home.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter, all this nature and all these buildings and all these shopping malls and whatever, nothing matters. I feel like something is just not. And but then I remember being somewhere for like about a year, and I remember after a few months, much before the year ended, I felt like if I don't come to Israel for 2 days to pray in Israel, I'm gonna die. Literally. Like I needed like a balloon put on my, on the oxygen put on me, like if I don't have it for 2 days, I'm literally was suffocating.
It's
Do you know what I
yeah.
did when I got to Ben Gurion this time? I said to take because it was 4 in the morning. I mean, my brother-in-law to be is like nothing's right. We land at 10:30 at night and exhausted. We land at 4 in the morning. I go right to Ben Gurion's statue and I said, "Dad, I'm back." I had to touch something that was Israeli. It's the first thing I saw. It was great.
That's why there are people, it used to be people would get off the plane and kiss the ground.
Right. At 4 in the morning, no way. I'm just tired. But I touched an Israeli thing.
Yes. It's incredible. I know.
But it's the glimpses of who we are that you get here more than anywhere in the world. Because you're years ago I ended up at the Kotel, first time in Israel. I was 53 years old. I landed to visit my oldest daughter, Alex. And Alex is a real free spirit. She's a poet. She speaks French. She's amazing. And she had been here for Rothschild University for 8 months. So Hannah, my middle, and I came to visit her. We had to see her. She needed a visit. So we get to the Kotel at night. We're walking around. And I'm looking and I'm saying, I'm feeling goosebumps. I'm feeling chills. I'm starting to cry. What's going on? I said, Alex, I don't feel like I'm on vacation. She said, Daddy, you came home. And I was like, ah! I burst out because I realized there is no other home. This is the home of our nation. And when we as a league don't understand this well enough, you got to know how many millions of people wanted to come here that never came. And we're it. We're doing it.
I know.
And your
It's a
generation from Russia to here, so it's the same.
We are right. Every once in a while, we say thank you to our parents. Well, my parents are not in the world anymore, but now we say it to Yaakov's parents.
Right.
Thank you for doing the fight to come to Israel. For Russia, it wasn't simple. They were in jail. They had to fight. They were like,
Millions died.
and I'm so grateful. We're so grateful to our parents that they did it because if not them, we would have had to do it. And realizing that we merited to grow up here and raise our children here, and our children are pure Israelis thanks to that, and we wouldn't have been Olim on the other hand, it's like such an amazing
But
thought.
the additional drop of love from Hashem is not only did we make it, but we're the ones that actually appreciate it. There are people who don't make it. They leave before they figure it out.
That's
so
what
why
happened to
is that?
Yaakov's grandfather. Yaakov's grandfather with his parents came here in 1920 something. And it was, it wasn't like today, anything like today.
Right.
And even Tel Aviv was a little bit sophisticated. It already had hotels and whatever, but it was like still Nothing like today.
Right.
It was very, very difficult. And they ended up buying a lot of land here. If they would have held on to the land they bought here back then, we would have been multi-millionaires.
Right, for sure.
And anyway,
But you wouldn't be who you are today.
but I wouldn't be who I am today. Right. Anyways, no, that was his family. But anyway, yeah.
So then you
So
wouldn't be who you were.
But think how much good I could have done with those millions, right? Anyway, but God wanted what He wanted, and so they left in the beginning of the 30s, and it was too hard for the great grandma. It was too hard, and they left, and they got stuck there for the Second World War.
Yeah.
And then they started, right after the Second World War, they started fighting to get back. It took them another 30 years, a lifetime to get back.
Some made it.
And they made it. Shlomo used to say that you have to hear, sometimes you really want to come to the land, but the land is not calling you.
Yeah.
It's what?
The land is not calling you.
And it's so true.
But in our case,
And I
it'll
see
lead
it many
you.
times
Yeah,
that
yeah,
people
yeah.
are trying very hard and nothing is working out. The paper, this
Yes.
paper, that paper, right? It's just not working. And then all of a sudden, everything works overnight. Right?
Things come together when they're supposed to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I've seen it so many times with Olim. So
With the Olim or just
I
like
saw
every?
them.
people who want to be Olim.
I sold my house. The day I landed in Israel, the money was in my bank account. Like everything came together to a point, the way it was supposed to.
You at the
And even since I've been here, like the. Where you going?
I gotta get home.